Okay, welcome back. We are back for the afternoon session. Welcome. So we have a couple of new players to the arena for this afternoon. So I think we've got 8, so it's going to be like 4v4. So some good numbers. It is a warm one out there, so we will be having breaks between games, but I think it's going to be a good afternoon. So welcome all to the stream. Players are just going through their safety brief at the moment. That's just finishing up now, and we will be heading out in the arena for the first game in probably about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll come back to you with details on that first game in just a minute once I've confirmed with the Marshal. The Marshal's just talking to the players and getting them all ready for the session, so as soon as I've got that information I'll come back to you. Okay, so players are just getting ready for this first game, and we're just going to confirm what the first game mode is, and then we'll be getting them out to play. So about 3 minutes, I'm told, and then this first game will get underway. So bear with us, and we'll be on the first game of the afternoon very shortly. Okay, so our first game of this afternoon is Team Deathmatch. So if you've not joined the stream before, Team Deathmatch is a nice simple game. Teams have unlimited lives. This is a straight shoot 'em up and is one with total player kills. So the respawn buttons count, total team kills, and the team with the least respawns wins overall. So Team Deathmatch, let's put that in the chat. So we have the green team are on the top middle camera respawning, and the red team are on the top left camera respawning. So let's get over to the arena cams. They are all out in the arena now, so let's have a look. So there they are, they're all out there ready to go. Just get the marshal to get them all in place. So it looks like they are both ready to go. So let's begin the round. And they are off. Well, one team is. What's the Greens doing? Green are still stood in their spawn. I don't know if they're waiting for an invite or something. Oh no, they're finally moving. They're finally moving. Marshall did shout them that the game is on, so just a bit slow to react, I think. Okay, so it's 4v3. So the Reds have 4 players, Green have 3. So let's see how they're getting on. The scores on the board, don't worry about. That's just the targets that have been shot. We're not actually using the targets in this game, so the only thing that's relevant on that scoreboard is the timer. Yeah, keep an eye on that timer for just game time. It's a 10-minute time limit, this one. So, how are they faring? Let's have a look. Certainly not been the quickest of players, have they, that we've seen, both this morning and this afternoon. As I say, we've got those 2 extra players in this afternoon, so we have got some new players in, but none of them are particularly moving that quickly. And they're not shooting that much either. You know, they should be running around firing shots off galore at the moment. You can barely hear a shot in the arena. So we are 3 minutes in, so about a third of the distance. So exactly third of the way through now, 3 minutes 20. And we are seeing some very slow movement. It is a warm one out there today, so we're not exactly expected to see them sprinting around, but they are taking their time moving around. So I can tell you that the green team are on 4 respawns and the red team are on 0. So red team are winning, which is what we had this morning. I think this morning we was up to like 7-0 to the Reds or something, so it was a red domination this morning. So we've got new players in, so new fresh players to the arena for this afternoon, so it should mix the teams up a little bit. But at the moment, there we go, we've got our first red respawn. So one red respawn versus 6 green. So green have got some work to do. We're just coming up towards the sort of halfway point when it gets to 5 minutes, so we're about 15 seconds off of that. We've got a couple of respawns now for the red, but still 6-2 on respawns, so green are definitely losing. So over the halfway point now. If you have joined us, then we measure the respawns by the respawn buttons. So in the spawn areas, which are the top left camera and the top middle camera, you can just see 2 little lights. They are the respawn buttons. So when players get shot, they come back to their respawn and they press the button, wait 5 seconds and then get back in the game. So we can see on the tablet here whether they've actually pressed it or whether they've just covered the lights up. We don't get too much of that. We did have it on one occasion, but it's quite easy to spot because you can see the player in there and we don't see it count up on the tablet. Unfortunately at the moment it doesn't show on the scoreboard on the stream. We can't get the spawn counter on there at the moment, so the only thing you're seeing is the score of the targets, but we're not actually using the targets. So the targets they've just been shot where they got in the crossfire. Okay, so it's now 7 respawns for the green and 2 to the red. So definitely a red victory at this stage, but still all to play for. They've still got time. So just over 7 minutes, so we're just coming up to the 3/4 of the way through the game. As I say, at this stage it looks like green are on 7 and red are on 2, so it's going to be a red win at this rate. So that's it, we're coming up to 8 minutes now, so a couple of minutes left of this round. So let's see if it heightens up towards the end at all.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, so we have less than 1 minute now remaining. Let's have a bit of frantic fire as we enter this last minute. Let's see if they can have a flurry of kills. At the moment there is a flurry of kills, but all on the green side. So green 10, red are on 2. So definitely some work to be done. And there we go, 30 seconds remaining. So I think this is definitely going to be a red win at this rate. And that is game over, game over. So I can tell you that that is a red win. That was 2 respawns to the Reds versus 12 to the Greens. So 1-0 to the Reds this afternoon. So I think the Marshal's going to mix the teams up a little bit, try and even it up a bit, and then we'll be back for another game of TDM, but in opposite directions, just to see how that gets on in just a minute. So players just taking a few minutes just to cool down a bit. It's quite a hot one this afternoon, we'll be back with another game in a few minutes. So bear with us if you are watching. We will have a few breaks in between games just because of the heat. So but we'll be back for the next game in just a minute. Okay, so we have players starting in the arena again. So our second round of team deathmatch. Okay, so same game mode. It's TDM again, so team deathmatch, and but this time it is lights out. So they're going to give it a go with all the lights out in the arena, and we're going to see how this one unfolds. It is a completely different concept with the lights out, so we'll see how they get on once the lights go down. Let's get the arena cams up, and we will see what happens when the lights go off. And there they go. The lights have been shut down. So the only lights we have now on in the arena will be the 2 smoke machines, which will be flashing away, and then if they hit any of the targets along the way, then the targets might light up as well. Well, they will light up. So Marshall's just making sure they're all in place and ready to go, and then we'll get this one underway. So it looks like they are. So here we go. Round starts in 3, 2, 1, and we have game on, game on. So let's see how they get on in the dark. I'm not sure if the players chose to have it in the dark. It's not normally our Friday nights are in the dark night. We will play other games as well, and in the dark if people choose to do so. All the players wanted to have a go in the dark, so here we go. So let's keep an eye. A few hand signals going on there. Got a bit of movement around. They do seem to be working a bit closer together this time around, maybe because they're struggling to see. Looks like one player's definitely got a torch there. The guy in the centre of the arena. See if we can cut to that guy. So I think this guy here has definitely got a torch. It did look like he lit up the floor a minute ago. He just seems to be camping there though at the moment. He doesn't seem to be pushing forward. We've seen a few shots, but no respawns yet. We've had our first respawn. And that is one of the red players. Now the greens aren't really pushing past their spawn area. They are taking quite a defensive position. So 2 minutes in, it is 1 respawn each. So they're not really getting the kills in at the moment. They're all playing quite a defensive tactical game, so it is quite slow paced at the moment. It is a completely different concept in the dark. So, where are we now? Still on 2 respawns for the reds now, 1 for the green. It's definitely a lot slower game in the dark, for sure. They are moving a little bit, but we're just not getting the kills. All being quite tentative about moving around. I think I've only seen the one guy with a torch, and as I say, it is pretty pitch black. There's another guy respawning, so that's the second respawn for the green. So it's now 2-all. So it is fairly even. So we're now on 4 respawns for the red and 3 for the green. So they're starting to get a couple more kills. Now they're finding their way around. Then we've got another respawn there, so it's now 4-all. So it looks like they're drawing at the moment. So 5-4. Red's got 1 extra respawn at the moment, so greens are just winning. But yeah, they're just not pushing out that fast at the moment. So yeah, we are 6-all at the moment. 6 to the red, 6 to the green. So even Stevens. Oh, excuse me. We have 8 minutes gone. So 2 minutes remaining.
Let's do this.
So let's see who is going to win this one. It is pretty close. There is just one respawn in it now. Minute and a half remaining. Who's going to win this one? If you are watching, jump in the chat, let us know. I think it's going to be our closest game. Trade-off shots there by the looks of it. Are they all the same team? A couple of them got hit both at the same time. I wasn't sure if they hit each other or... Oh no, the same player got both of them. So make sure he presses the button. Yes, he does. So now there's 3 respawn difference. So this could be the first green win of the night.
Now you are dead.
And we are well into the last minute now. So 3 respawns different now. Last 40 seconds. Let's see what they can do. And here we go. Last 30 seconds. So greens are on 7, reds are on 11. So it looks like this could be a green win. This could be the first green win of today. Let's see if they can hold it. And there we go. That is game over. Game over. So that was a green win. A green win. So let's get that up there. So green win. And it was 8 respawns to the green. And 11 to the reds. So it was a win by 3 respawns, but a win is a win nonetheless. I think they probably struggled a little bit on that one. There wasn't a lot of shots and wasn't a lot of deaths in that one. I think it's purely because they couldn't see much out there. It is proper black out there when the lights go off. So it's difficult to play in the dark, especially if you've not played in the arena before. It can be certainly be a difficult one to master. So well done. But yeah, our first green win of the day so far. So move that mic out of the way. Okay, so yeah, well done, greens. We'll get them all, get them on a little break, get drinks and that in, and then we will work out what we're doing on the next game, and we'll get that game going in a second. Okay, so the next game mode will be 2-shooter flip. Let me just see if I'm clicked into the chat. I'm not. Let me just click into that. So, 2-shooter flip coming next. Okay, so 2-shooter flip is one of our first games that we play incorporating the targets. So players simply need to shoot out the targets into their team's colour. So once they've got the target in their colour, they hold it in that colour. It's unlimited lives, 5-second respawn. So the targets will count how many seconds they've been held in each colour. So it's important that you flip them all into your team's colour as quick as possible and keep them in that colour as long as possible. If they get flipped back, flip them again. And then it will divide the total score by the number of respawns. So if you play too aggressive and end up with loads of respawns, you will lose. But equally, if you don't play aggressive enough, you won't flip enough targets, so you won't win. So it is a mixture of both, really. You've got to do both to be able to win this one. So we will get this one going in about 3 or 4 minutes time. Once they've all had a little break, we'll get them out there for that one. So I just thought I'd show you some of the new stock that's just arrived. We had a small delivery this afternoon. We've got the, we were out of stock of them, but they're back in stock. The 50 round WE Glock mags. These are now back in stock. We've got a bunch of them. And to go with it, we have got a couple of Glock 18s. People have been asking about these again. So we've got these back in stock. This is the 18C Gen 3. And then we've got as well, yeah, this one here. So as well. There we go. So that's the 18C in tan and black. Not really two-tone, but you get so these are now back in. What else? Gas valves on the WE mags. We now got a bunch of them back into stock, so grab them if you need them. And I think that was about it, really, to be fair. I think we've got some more WE gas as well, the 2X high performance gas, so just green gas in effect. We've got a bunch of that back in as well. we have got a load of Ultra Air as well that arrived not long ago, so keep an eye out for that. I think we had some flashbang smoke that turned up as well today. So yeah, we had some of the friction ball grenades, some of the wire pull ball grenades turned up today. We've had a restock on Mark 5s, I know, and some of the mortar smokes as well. I know we've got some more single bangs, more multi bangs on the mortars, and we've got regular multi bangs and thermobaric multi bangs have turned up as well, and a bunch of Mark 5s. So loads of new stuff in store. So come down and check that out. If you've not seen our website before, this is it. We've got a bunch of sale items, new arrivals. Then we've got the airsoft and airsoft gun categories and everything else that we do. You can also search down the side menus. We've also got down the side menus is our dog section. So if you've got dogs, we now do our canine supplies. This is all in this section here. So whether you want like dog toys or whatever, they're all in here. These have been selling quite well, to be fair. The grumpy cats, I think we've got one left now. They've been flying out the door. Bananas, we've just got a restock of the bananas. We had a couple of players use them as melee weapons, so they've been pretty popular. So grab some of them. And yeah, the large chews, these have been really popular. So we've had a couple of customers buying these for their dogs. Apparently their dogs are loving these. So we've just got a bunch more. I think we've got about 50 of them back in stock. So if you've got your little canine pooch, then we have a bunch of them. But yeah, if you get a minute, have a look. There is a bunch of sale items in there as well. TM416, we've just knocked £100 off of that. We've knocked £50 off the P90. We've got one of them left. And there's a bunch of other stuff. We've got some deals on some of our Warhammer stuff. And there is a bunch of bits on there. But yeah, have a look if you get a minute. So just another couple of minutes. Looks like the players are just getting their goggles and stuff on, or the master is certainly. So players won't be far behind, and then we'll be getting them out for the next round. So as I say, this one will be 2-shooter flip, and we'll be getting that one going shortly. Okay, so this next round is two-shooter flip. Let me get the graphics up on the screen. So it is pretty much what I explained before. This is our first game using the targets this afternoon. So teams have unlimited lives. The teams must flip the targets to dominate the targets across the arena to their own team's colour. So if you're in the green team, you need to make them all green. Red team, you need to make them all red. You win by holding the targets in your colour. However, respawns are counted and divided from the total time held. So this means the game can be won or lost by being over aggressive or not aggressive enough. So let's see how this one pans out. Okay, so the players are entering the arena now. Let's get the arena cams up. Here we go. So players are now in the arena. So Master was just explaining the last few bits to him, and then we'll get them out and playing this game. There will be a few breaks between the games today. It's quite a warm one. We're probably just entering the hottest part of the day. We've got a couple of big fans up there trying to create a bit of ventilation. So you might even hear my fan whirling around in the background. So if that comes out on the stream, let me know, or I might turn it down one notch if it's too much. But Master's just getting them in ready, and we will start this game in just a minute. Okay, so players are ready, so let's get the round started. And here we go, we have game on. Okay, so the scores you can see on the screen are the targets and how many of each in which colour. So it looks like there's only 19 targets in play at the moment. There's 20 out in the arena, so there's one that haven't engaged. This doesn't mean that if it ended at this second, it wouldn't mean that red win. It just means at this moment in history, red are holding that many, so it counts how many seconds each target's been held. Now, the last sort of 10 so seconds has been talking, red have been holding the majority of the targets, so it is most likely that, watching it now, that red would win if it ended at this moment in time, but it is all to play for. We're only a minute and a half into the game, so there's plenty of time for green to get it back, and remember, respawns count, so it takes their total time and divides it by the number of respawns, so still all to play for, and it's still early days, so let's see how they continue with this. Okay, so sorry about that. Just sort of some bits out in the background. So we're 3 minutes in. Reds are still looking like they're dominating at the moment, and in terms of respawns, Reds have got one more respawn. They're on 4, Greens are on 3, so it's not enough to make enough of a difference for Green. So Green have got some work here to do, I think. It is 1-1 in terms of games now. So both teams have won one game each this afternoon. So let's see how they fare at the end of this. As I say, it is looking a bit more green. Sorry, a bit more red dominant at the moment, but Greens are just starting to slide it back a bit. Now we are even on the spawns. It is 4 spawns each by the looks of it, but it does look like Red are having a better time. Definitely with the targets. We've got a few more respawns there. Fairly even on the targets now, 10 apiece. It was a little bit in Green's favour, now it's gone back to Red's favour. So we're just over the halfway point. It does look like Red have probably done enough on this round, but maybe Green can snatch it back in the latter stage of this game. So still just in favour of Red.
Snack, let me see some. You are the wifey type, baby, you could be one. Let me change your life, I could show you many reasons, different seasons. Hop in my bag and I stay in it, hit from the back and I stay in it. He is not damn, don't play with him. She's not damn, don't play with her. I got a R-O-D, she got a P-N-C. Baby girl, you know you was made for me. Hop in my bag and I stay in it, hit from the back and I stay in it.
So it is quite close on the targets. I mean, they're actually drawing at the moment. As I say that, Green took a bit of a lead. Red have been leading most of the game. Green just seems to be holding it a little bit now, and then again, as I say that, commentator's curse, Red have snatched it back. It keeps going back to even, then one team take it and then the other team take it. But I think Red were more dominant in the first half of the game, so it's looking like it could be a Red win. Respawns are pretty even, to be fair, 5 and 7, so it's not enough to make a difference to the overall score.
Hit from the back and I stay in it. He's not damn, don't play with him. She's not damn, don't play with her. I got a R-O-D, she got a P-N-C. Baby girl, you know you was made for me. Hop in my bag and I stay in it. Hit from the back and I stay in it. He's not damn, don't play with him. She's not damn, don't play with her. I got a R-O-D, she got a P-N-C. Baby girl, you know you was made for me. Yeah, bad little John, she pressure. Know that I got you forever. Love her, she got it together. Switching it up when she want, yeah. I seen it the day that I met her. Rocking it off like sweater. Shoes, Bottega Veneta. Hey, know you got it, girl. Set the bar, that shot it, yeah, yeah. Slip and sliding, you ain't tricking unless you got it, yeah. Can't break that bond, match the charms, and unless she wear everything done, we done did it and we took it there. Cause I see you looking like a snack.
So Reds are still holding it. We've got about a minute and a half remaining, so 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So we're in the closing stages of the game now. It looks like Red are doing enough to hold this one, so could be a Red win unless something drastic happens. Respawns are pretty even at the moment. So 1 minute left, last minute, and Green are just starting to take it back there by looks of, but it's probably too little too late. I think they'd probably have to get all 20 targets in this last minute to win. But let's see, I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. Not often, it happens. So, a few more seconds until half a minute. There we go. So, last 30 seconds. We're into the last 25 seconds now. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Last 10 seconds now. Let's see how I get on. A flurry of activity on the targets there. And there we go. And that is a red win. A red win. So let's pull that up on there. So we've got a red win, and let's have a look at the scores. So Reds averaged 321.773. Greens averaged 278.848. So not a huge amount in it, to be fair. It's pretty close. And then we had red respawns was 6 versus green respawns was 9. So yeah, wasn't a huge deal in it, that one. It was pretty close. One of our closer games today, so well done Reds. So that is now 2-1 to the Reds this afternoon. So again, we will take a short break while the players recover from that game and get drinks and reloaded, and then we'll be back with you. I think we'll probably do another round of 2-shooter flip, but I will confirm that. We normally play it both ways round, so I'll confirm that with the marshal quickly. Okay, yeah, so the next round will be another round of 2-shooter flip, swap 10s. That'll probably happen in about 5 minutes time. So bear with us while the players get rested up and get some drinks and get reloaded and stuff. As I say, it's quite a hot one today. I think today and tomorrow are the hottest days of the year. I mean, my phone out of fan, it's 32 at the moment. It probably feels about 42 or something. And my little fan blowing away. We've got a couple of big fans in the safe zone blowing some air around, trying to create a bit of airflow, but it is proper hot. The guys up there look like they're dripping in sweat, so we'll give them 5-10 minutes to recover, and then we'll get them out for the next round. So bear with us while we while we get that done.
What's up? My name is Tech Number here for
Okay, so we have our next round of two-shooter flip coming very shortly. The same as before, teams have unlimited lives. Teams must flip the targets to dominate the targets across the arena and to their own colour. Win by holding the targets for the most accumulated time over the 10 minutes. Respawns are counted and divided from the total time held. This means games can be won or lost by being too aggressive or not being aggressive enough. So simply shoot your targets and hold them your colour. There's 20 out there, so you need to hold 10 or more in your colour for the 10 minutes. And then we can't respawn. So if you're over aggressive and get shot out all the time, we'll divide your time by the total number of respawns. So play too hard and you can get you can lose by the number of respawns. Don't play hard enough and you can lose because you haven't engaged enough targets. So the red one, sorry, the Reds won the last round. It's now 2-1 for the afternoon to the Reds. So let's see if Green can snatch one back and level up the field. So they're just getting themselves ready, and we'll be going out in just a second. So players are now starting to head in. Let's get the arena cams up. There we go. So arena cams are now up. Let's see how they get on. So we're just waiting for the marshal to get them all in place. Looks like they are now ready, so let's get that going.
Let's do this.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and we have game on. So they are off and out. So as I said before, the score that you see on the screen is the target score. So that's how many targets are held by each colour at this moment in time. And what you can't see is the respawns. So I don't know if anyone's told Green to shoot the targets, but at the moment Green haven't got a single target lit. It is all red targets. We've had a couple of respawns for the green, a couple of respawns for the red. So respawns it's pretty even, but in terms of targets, red are holding them all. I don't know if the fella there on the top centre camera just got shot in the hand or something, but he was waving it around like he just don't care, all over the place, like, oh, jazz hands. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe he did. So looks like red are still dominating targets. Green have actually managed to shoot some now, which is good. Respawn wise, they're both on 3 apiece, so that's pretty even at the moment. So Greens are starting to pick it up now. They are fairly even on the targets. Red have got more respawns, but only by 2, so I don't think it's going to be enough to make a difference. There is only 17 targets engaged, so there's still 3 targets out there that haven't been shot, which is amazing, really. I do need to see if I can get the arena map up on the stream, really, so you can see where it all is. We will add cameras to that as well, so you can see where all the cameras are in relation to the map, and where all the targets are as well at some point. Might be able to do so on the fly. Find the image, that is. So still pretty even on the targets, but it looks like red has still just got the advantage. Green has certainly got less respawns. It's 4-6 at the moment on respawns in Green's favour. So they're definitely doing a better job at that, but they're not doing a better job at holding the targets. So still slightly red in the lead at the moment. Although red are losing on respawn, it's 10 respawns to the red, 6 to the green. But red are just nudging ahead, I think, on targets being held. Well, that's even Stevens, 10 each at the moment, so they've engaged all targets now. So 8.5 minutes gone. We've got about a minute and a half remaining. So 1 minute remaining. We are on the last minute. We've got one man sitting down on the job. So last 30 seconds now. Red are definitely dominating on the targets, I think. We've got one player that's absolutely exhausted. He's sitting down in the spawn there, just chilling, as you do, mid-game, getting all his mates down. But the others are quite content just playing on. And there we go. As we probably expected, that was a red win. So let me get that up on there. Okay, so let me put some of the stats in there. So Reds had 317.866 seconds. Greens 208.182 seconds. So Reds were a lot more dominant then. Reds had 13 respawns versus 10 respawns for Greens. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, Red were quite dominant on that one. I think Greens, one of the Green players there was pretty knackered at the end or whatever, so he sat that out. Or was that a Red player? I'm not even sure actually. I think it was actually a Red player. But yeah, it is hot out there, and some of them have been here all day, so they are starting to feel a bit tired now. But we've got a couple of hours left. Let's probably we're going to go to a break now, and get them out playing in just a bit. Okay, so we will be going out again in just a bit, and the guys are going to be playing a game of attack and defend. So attack and defend will be our next game. We're looking at about 3 minutes so before they're out there. They're just finishing cigarettes, grabbing drinks and stuff like that. So about 3 minutes time, and we'll be back out for attack and defend. So attack and defend is the next game that's coming up from our players this afternoon. So real simple one, this one. All the targets are lit up red. We have one attacking team that must take out all the targets as quickly as possible. Defenders must defend the arena to stop the attackers advancing and slowing them down. Simple as that. So both teams will get a chance. But attacking teams have unlimited lives. Defenders have 3 lives each. And as I said, each team will get a chance to attack. So the quickest team wins. So we'll have one team attacking. We'll record the time they do it in, and then we will switch them over, and the other team will attack, and we'll see how quickly they can do it. So it'll be we won't know the scores instantly. We'll know the time that the first team do it in, and then the second team will have to try and match or better that to win. So the players are just getting themselves ready. We should have game start in just a minute or two. So watch out, it's about to happen. Okay, so the red team are attacking first. Green team are going to defend. A couple of players still want a bit more of a rest, so there's a couple less of them. We're going to do 2v2 and then swap around after that. So this should be interesting. We'll see how quickly they can do it. So Marshall's just getting them in place. I'm going to get the arena cams up now. Let's flip that over. There we go. So arena cams are up. I've moved my microphone in position as well. See if that makes any difference to the audio. As on that as well, and I've added this arena map down the bottom. So I've got my little pointer arrow here as well, so you can so I can point out stuff on the stream. So you can see we've got one spawn area here and one spawn area over here. So this one down here is the top middle camera here, where we have our green team, which is our defending team, and this one here is the red team, which are this top left hand camera here. So I hope that all makes sense. And I've got my little pointer there now, so I can try and point stuff out to you from time to time. Hopefully that'll make a bit more sense, because you can't have the cursor screen on some of these, certainly on this camera screen. So to be able to point stuff out will be useful, hopefully. It's difficult to get the arena picture any bigger on the screen, and there's we haven't got much real estate left on the screen, unfortunately. But the players are ready, so let me hit the button now.
Let's do this.
So here we go. So and they are off. So you should be able to see the targets being taken out on the scoreboard there. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 down, 12 down, 12 in 12 seconds. That's a pretty quick time, to be fair. I think the quickest time we've had is around the sort of 30-second mark, maybe even less than that. I think it was like 25 seconds or so. It was on a day that Will was streaming, so I'm not entirely sure. But it's always the first 10 to 15 targets, always the quickest to go down, because they're ones in their arena, or their half of the arena. So we've got 16 targets down, 40 seconds gone. So it's really how quickly they can engage these last 3 targets. 10 seconds left to get it up to a minute. It's instant respawn on this one, so they can respawn back in straight away. So reds are attacking, so they get unlimited lives. Green only have 3 lives each. So the idea is that if they can't engage all the targets, then hopefully they can take all the other team's lives away, and they can win. by then taking all their lives away and then come and engage all the targets when there's no one left to defend it. So in the scenario that we actually get a game end, rather than if we get one team that just defends so well, which again we've still had that. I think once it happened where a team defended so well and they weren't getting shot either. So in the end we just hit the 10-minute time limit, but I think that has only happened the once. So coming up to 2 minutes now, we've got one target left. We're at 1 minute 50 pretty much, and they've just got one to go. So I think they know where it is. They're heading in the right direction. They just need to get hold of it. Oh, he's waiting for him there around the corner. I don't know if you see that on the centre cam. I think he knew he was there, but I think he realised he was there too late. So looks like we've got one of the defenders out. So just coming up to the 3 minute mark, just confirmed with the marshal there, we have got one player down, one of the defenders is down. So one defender left in the game, 2 attackers, and we have 1 target left. So once I was just going to say, once the defender knows where it is, he can defend it quite well. But that is game. That is game. So let me put that up in the chat. So red team done it in 3 minutes 26.165. So now we'll swap ends and we'll see how quickly the green team can do it. So let me switch that over on the tablet. So Marshall's just explaining the game and making sure they're all happy. This is our Marshal Dan here. He is just explaining to the players, making sure they're all ready. So as soon as he gives me the nod, I will hit the game start. So they are both ready. So let's start this game. So 3, 2, 1, and we have game on. So again, watch out for those targets. Let's see how quickly they can do it. So not that quickly by the looks of it. They're 9 targets down in 23 seconds, so a lot slower. I think the red team had 12 targets down in about 12 seconds, so 32 seconds I think that was for the 12 targets. So a lot slower there by the greens, but it's all these last targets that count. So now 14 targets down, 6 to go. 15 down, 5 to go. Remember, the attackers have unlimited lives, defenders only have 3. So once those red players, the ones with the blue armbands, have respawned twice and had all 3 lives, they are out. 16 targets now, 4 to go. minute and 16 seconds, so they still got plenty of time to do it in. Red's done it in 3 minutes 26, so they got about another 2 minutes to get these last 4 targets. It always is the last few that slow everyone down as the defending team pin themselves in and start defending the last few. So 3 to go. 3 to go. Two to go. 2 to go. So just 2 targets to go, 2 targets to go, and we're just edging on to 3 minutes. So the red team done it in 3 minutes 26. So they got 20 seconds to beat the time. So let's have a look. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. They have not beat the time, so it's definitely a red win so far. Let's see how much by though. They've got 1 solitary target left to get. Looks like one of the red team is out. Dan. Just checking with the marshal what's going on. Something happened, I'm not quite sure what. Okay, so yeah, I was just trying to find out what was happening with the marshal there. But so the green team, there we go. 5 minutes, as you can see on the screen, 04.338. So one of the players had an iPro failure, had to run out of the arena, yeah. So they'd already lost at that point anyway. So that wasn't the reason they lost it. But it's the reason why it took so long in the end. Yeah, they're all out of the arena now, so that was a red win on that one. So I think that makes it 3-1 to the Reds So yeah, 3-1 to the Reds this afternoon. Okay, so we've just got some players downstairs grabbing drinks and stuff, and we've got some players upstairs, so we're just finding out what's going on, and then we'll find out if we're going to play any more games today. As soon as we found that information out, we'll come back to you with what game mode's next. We've got about an hour, just over an hour left, so I'm sure we can get some more games in if everyone wants to play. It is quite a warm one, so we'll probably be on a bit of a break now for about 5 or so minutes, but bear with us, we are still here, we are still streaming. It's just hard work on the players today, so let's have a chat with the master and see what's going on. So in just a moment's time we're going to have a one-on-one in the arena. Two players are going to have a 1v1 against each other, and then that will be our last game of the night. So I believe some of their friends and family are going to watch this one, so we're going to stream this last game and then probably call it for the day. So that will happen probably in about 5 minutes time. They're just cooling down and getting themselves ready for it, and in about 5 minutes we'll get them out ready for that game. Okay, so final game of the night or the day is team deathmatch. So this is our 1v1. Last two players, they're going to do a one-on-one deathmatch. So unlimited lives, just a straight shoot 'em up. Respawn buttons count total team kills. So the team or the individual with the least respawns will win overall. So we shall see that happen on the screen as it happens. So I'm just going to get the tablet set up for that, and I'll find out which end they're starting from. Okay, so they're actually going to play 5 lives each rather than unlimited lives. So we'll see how they get on. So the first one to lose all 5 lives will lose. So here we go. Let's get this underway. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we have round start. So let's keep an eye to see what's happening here. Ignore the red shooter and green shooter score. That is just purely how many targets have been shot. We're looking for respawns here, which I can see my end, and obviously you'll see them when they walk in and press the respawn button. So there is our first life gone, and it is a red player. So red have lost 1 life. So green advantage at the moment. You can see the tracer flying away there. It is an advantage, tracer, because you can see your shots, but it's a disadvantage as well because it gives away your position, especially with those sort of Bifrost ones and the others out there that give the simulated muzzle flash. You can definitely see when he's shooting. Okay, so that's our second life gone, again for the red player. So the red player now has 3 lives left. I'll make that 2 lives left. So red player is down to 2 lives. Green player still has all 5 lives. Down to 1 life now, so the tracer's obviously not helping him. It helped him on that one. He got 1 shot. I think their buddy's playing, but I think there's more spray and pray than anything. He fired some shots at him to get him there. So 4-1 now. So 1 life left for the red. Oh, actually, Marshall confirms it was actually a trade-off, so they both got hit at the same time. So that is game over. That is game over. So red's lost that, so that was a green win. So well done to both our players there. That was a green win. So I think that's it for tonight or today. It is quite hot out there. It's taken a lot of energy out of the players playing today in the heat, so fair play to them. They have done well. Not as quickest games we've ever seen in the arena, but it has been bloody hot, so that's probably limited the amount they've been moving as well. So well done everyone. We will be back, not tomorrow, but we'll be back at some point next week. We've definitely got games on next week. Let me have a look. We've definitely got games on Friday, Saturday and Sunday next week. We're still running games Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so if you want to get booked in, 308sniper.simplybook.it. Make sure you log in when you do it and collect your loyalty points. 5 evening games and you get a free game, or 2 full days and a half day or whatever, it gets you a free game. So save up your loyalty points and then you can get in to play for free as well. So yeah, get yourself booked in for next week, and but thanks for having us, and we will see you on the next stream.
Mission complete.
Game over. Game over.